What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And today I want to show you a super practical but super effective sequence for rebuilding shoulders and spine. Okay, this is something I've been using a lot with clients lately. It's something I've been using and experimenting a lot with in my own training, and it's something I particularly like to do as part of a warm-up for my upper body days in particular. But the whole idea here is that we want to strengthen the back chain. Okay, think of this posterior part of our shoulders, our lower traps, and then down into our lower back muscles. Okay, very simple sequence, but one that when done right, with the right intent and done over time, can be extremely effective and will probably, for a lot of people, start to reverse a lot of the issues that we see. For so many people with lower back pain, even upper back pain, a lot of people come to me with upper body issues and they talk about this burning sensation they have between their scapula. And generally we find that that whole area has gone into this excessive rounding, and all these tissues here have just lost their leverage. They've lost their ability to contract and do what they should do. That tends to compress everything here up around the shoulders, and we just lose movement. We lose our ability to move. We lose our inherent ability just to be strong and upright in that position. So this sequence is going to target our posterior chain, okay? It's going to hit lower back, lower traps in particular, and then back of the shoulders for some external rotator work here and rotator cuff muscles. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to go through each of the movements, give you guys some key form points to focus on, and then you can take this for yourself and start applying it into your training as a warm-up, as a finisher, as a daily routine for some maintenance. If you really feel like you're struggling with some of the things I've talked about here in terms of lower back issues or even upper back issues, shoulder issues, then this will help a lot. Okay, so first exercise we're going to do is we want to set up on a bench here. Now this can be done in any way that you can make it up, but we want to go with an incline on the bench. And what we're going to do is go for some lower trap raises. Okay, really you don't need any load for this. I like to use 1 or 2 kg dumbbells, but what we're looking for here is to pull the shoulder blades back and down. We want to create length through our spine, and we want to try and engage that mid back. So think of your area just below the scapula. Okay, want to engage those lower traps. Shoulder is coming down and back. From here, we want to lift the hands up by the ears, extend out into this Y position, and then slowly control down. Here, feeling that mid back starting to work. Pull, find the engagement. As I lift up, try to keep those hands nice and high and feel that engagement get a little bit more intense. Feel that mid back work nice and hard, and then control down from there. And you want to control down anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds is going to be your sweet spot. So I'm going to do about 5 reps here with the 2 kg dumbbells. So you're going to pull back and down, extend out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fighting all the way, extending, control, fight, and really control that movement from that mid back. Don't try to control this from your shoulders. Lift and pull from that mid back. Find that engagement. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go one more. Fight it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What I like to do sometimes is drop the dumbbells and just come out and hold in this position. Find the engagement and breathe. Expanding that rib cage on your breath. Really lock in that engagement. And you can hold here until full fatigue is what I generally like to do. Really just drive some good activation and blood flow into that mid back. Again, the most important thing here is to work with quality, okay? So often I see people want to load this up and they can't really get what we want them to get from the movement, because when you load this up, it becomes a shoulder exercise and it can start to feel very nasty on the fronts of the shoulders, and we just don't get anything in these lower traps. And this movement, our intent is that we want to drive from those lower traps. So as I lift, I'm thinking of lifting from those lower traps, not just lifting from my shoulder. Okay, so that's that one of my favorites. It's probably the exercise that really saved my shoulders and my upper back. I used to get a lot of discomfort in around my left scapula in particular, and that was one that completely changed it for me. Okay, Second thing then, once I've done that, I like to go straight into some external rotations. So for these, you can set up on the bench or on the floor. And what you just want to do is take your dumbbell. You want to have elbow up on the knee, and we're controlling all the way down, trying to just max out that internal rotation on our shoulders without dumping all the way forward. So as I come down here, I should start to feel a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a pull on the backs of my shoulders, nice and tall with my chest, and I'm squeezing out of there. Control it down. And again, the intent here is the most important. Driving the movement and finding the contraction in the area we want, which is lifting from the back of the shoulder. That's what's most important. So don't be in a rush to load this. I would even say go less load and go higher reps if you need to feel that burn. But make sure that you're getting that stretch in the back and then contracting and feeling the back of that shoulder work. Let's go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then we switch to the opposite side. So about 10 to 12 reps here does good. I'm gonna stay facing this way so you can see. One little tip to make this a little bit tougher and to get more length into the back of this shoulder. If you think of turning your chest, the more you turn your chest to face this arm, the more stretch and opening it puts here. And the more I turn my chest away, the less intense it makes it in this bottom position. Good place to start is like 45 degrees. Sometimes I like to really turn in, feel that stretch and opening, and contract out there. Go for about 10 reps. Control the descent. Try max out the range in some internal rotation here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Control down. Again, 10 to 12 reps works well. We want to drive right intent. Last exercise then is going to be more for, it will hit our entire spine, but it's going to be more for that lower back. So it's going to be some seated back extensions. I like to let the bench down, come out onto the edge of the bench. You can start with this. So we're going to get into this like seated good morning type position. We can put hands on the floor. From here, we just want to round down, feel a little bit of a stretch on this lower back. And then from here, we're extending from that lower back. So we're thinking of rounding a little bit as much as we can and then extending from that lower back. In the beginning, if you need to, you can use the hands for some support. Then we can start to slowly take the hands off. And then you can even put the hands slightly overhead before adding any load, if that feels better for you. But then how I like to work it now, I've progressed to being able to use a little bit of load. So that's exactly how I'm gonna do it. What I like to do here is go for anywhere from like 15 to 20 reps, just to really drive some fatigue and some blood flow into that lower back. So I like to grab a dumbbell in this position here, pull myself in, and then go from here. Pushing the feet through the floor to help. 4, and this is not a massive movement, it's just a little extension. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then on the 15th, I like to hold. If I'm able, I like to hold the load here for an isometric. If not, I'll let the load off and just hold here until I feel some real fatigue come into that lower back. Trying to keep length through my crown of my head, nice and long in the spine, but we are engaging this entire spine. You can move around with the hands in whatever position you want. Overhead will be more challenging. But I like to hold here, feel that fatigue, and then relax. And that's it. That's the 3 exercises. When you do that, and if you do it right, you're gonna feel that lower back, you're gonna feel some good blood flow into that entire spine, and everything's just gonna feel awake, feel strong, and feel ready to go. As a decompression, as a rehabilitation, as a reset for your body, if you're really struggling with that, like that posture I was mentioning, that rounded posture, a lot of tension in your back all the time, restrictions in your overhead mobility, lower back pain and stiffness, this is a really, really powerful routine. And the key to really resolving the issues that you're experiencing, simple things well with the right intent. As I've mentioned here, I've given you guys a couple of important things to keep a focus on. With the right intent, simple things done well over time is what will breed the results that you want. The fancy stuff is all great, but the real core of what you should be doing on a consistent basis is keep coming back to the simple things. I've been doing this stuff for the last 5-6 years consistently. I don't do it every day, but I do it consistently, and that's what keeps me resilient and feeling good. And that's the solution. It's simple, it's easy. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Do the cool stuff that you enjoy when you want to do it, but the maintenance, the thing that's really going to keep you feeling good and moving well in the long run is the simple stuff. There's a very simple routine. Perform 2 to 3 rounds. I've given good sets and reps there, so think of your eccentrics on your lower traps, 5 to 6 reps, 5-second eccentrics. Go into your external rotations, 10 to 12 reps on each side, and then your back extensions, 15 to 20 reps, followed by a nice isometric hold on that last rep to full fatigue. And that's it, simple. Anywhere from 2 to 3 rounds, even beyond if you want, but 2 to 3 rounds is gonna be a really good one to get you activated. I really like it as a warm-up, like I mentioned, for my upper body workouts. But anytime you're feeling a bit stiff, a bit sore, a bit restricted around the spine, the shoulders, give this a go. Promise you it's gonna help big time if it's done consistently. So that's it for today, guys. Drop a comment below, let me know what you thought of this. If you give it a try, let me know how your body reacts and how it feels. And let me know what other content you wanna see. Our whole mission is to help people become resilient to injury for life, okay? You should be able to move without pain. You shouldn't be dealing with range of motion restrictions, pain, joint pain on a daily basis. It's not how our bodies are designed to be, okay? And it all comes back to our lifestyle, our training habits. You can resolve all this and you can resolve it for good. And that's what we're all about here. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in particular, something you're struggling with that you need help with, and we'll make some good content on it and get you sorted. Other than that, check out the links if you want to get involved in our group coaching, our one-to-one coaching, also our programs. This routine, like I mentioned earlier, is part of our shoulder restoration program, so be sure to check that out if you're struggling with anything related to shoulder, upper body, spinal issues. That's going to sort you right out. But other than that, guys, look forward to seeing you in the next one, and catch you later.